Evening all, and welcome back to Kerbalism. Now, last time out we went and set foot on the moon and had a very interesting launch from there. We came back with lots of science, not a great deal of money, and some experience. Now, the reason I didn't have any money is because I forgot to take any contracts before I launched the craft. And we had contracts to go to the moon. We had an Explore the Moon contract, which was plant a flag on the moon, and would have given us a lot of money. But I forgot to pick it up. So that's my own fault, and that has really probably hurt us a fair bit, but oh dear. Anyway, so we have a contract to build a new outpost on the moon. Supports these 5 Kerbals and will give us 176,000. Not yet, we don't have the tech for that. Temperature surveys of Kerbin. In flight below, and below. That is something I can do. Do that quite easy. I might buy the parts for a plane and build a plane for that, so take that one. Feria VIP. Orbit around Mimas. For 750. No. Position satellite in polar orbit of Kerbin. That's a new satellite. A new unmanned probe. That gives 80 grand. I can do that. That's quite easy. Satellite in orbit of Minmus. What's this one here? Not a polar orbit. I do want one on Minmus for a polar orbit for our scanning. So, yeah. One in equatorial orbit of the moon. Now that's tempting because we could put up a communications pod around the moon. We could set up a little communication network so we can always talk back to Kerbin. I'm going to take that one. Let's take that one as well. I have got 7 now, so we're okay for that. Explore Kerbin. What's this one? Rendezvous 2 vessels in orbit of Kerbin. You know what? Yes. I can take that one now because I've got an idea. We've got to rescue some Kerbals, which I will do. Only got 2 rescue at the moment, so orbit of the moon and orbit of Mimas. Yeah, okay. Position moon flyby relay in adjusted orbit of the moon. Don't know what that is. I haven't left anything up there that has fuel around the moon, so I'm going to say no to that. And they want us to test the twin-bore liquid fuel engine on a suborbital trajectory over the moon. I'm not entirely sure what the twin-bore liquid fuel engine is, but I thought liquid fuel engines were the ones that require air intakes. So why would you want to test it on the moon? Unless that's like the nuclear one. Hold on, let's go check. In here. So, obviously it's not something we have unlocked yet. So let's have a look here. That's the Bobcat liquid fuel engine. Requires liquid fuel and oxygen. It's just a name. Okay. There's the there we go. The twin ball's a big one. It says liquid fuel engine. It's liquid fuel and oxidizer. And it really that throws you off. That really does, because that is a liquid fuel engine. It just uses liquid fuel. So yeah, that threw me off a little bit. But that's interesting because that would give us advanced technology early. We could use that. That could be really useful. I think I'm going to take that contract. I think yeah, if I take that contract as well, it's a lot of money. Awesome. I just need to get it to the moon. That might be a bit more difficult, but maybe not, because we could twin it with our satellite in equatorial orbit. Yeah. Must be suborbital. That's okay, that'll be fine. Yeah, we could use that as the main core, put some probes on top of it with communication satellites, and at some point make it suborbital, which would be fine. I think that's a plan. That's a plan. So So, a communication relay around the moon is our next port of call. And the Moonsat-1 is off, launching for the desert launch site because, well, why not, I suppose. Be the best way to do it. This is utilising the little boosters we got unlocked on the bottom stage there, and in the big fairing it has a booster on top of the satellite. The reason I've done it that way is because the booster needs to be activated via staging whilst in orbit of the moon at the correct coordinates. So I need to hold one of them all the way to the moon, get it all lined up first before I activate it, before I can do anything with it. So yeah, that's a lot of weight to be taken to the moon without being able to use it as an engine. But hopefully we'll get there anyway. So here we are up in an orbit. Not a very good orbit, but that's because I designed this very badly. See that little probe right there? That is my reaction wheel. That's the only thing I have that has reaction wheels on it. And it's got to turn all this fuel in here and that tiny amount of fuel in there. Which it's struggling to do. It is very struggling to do. So, I'm going to swap these over so I don't accidentally stage anything here. And what I need to do, I have set up a manoeuvre to get to the moon. Again, my inclination is absolutely messed up. I'll re-add that because I don't know if it was... Ooh, wow. Some form of encounter with the moon. Where is that? That is all the way down there. We do not... Oh, stop. Stop. I do not want to warp to anything. I want to go that side of the moon. There we go. Because we got to put our satellite that way around. So yeah, we'll fire the engine up to go out there first, and then we will figure out how to actually get to that inclination once we're on our way. But this takes age to steer. It does steer, luckily, but it's really slow, and the engine's probably the best way to do that. But I don't want to use the engine because that will change my orbit. So I will get this to where it needs to go, and we will go to our burn, and I will see you once we're there. Right, so our burn is underway, and this thing is much more manoeuvrable when the engine is firing. The gimbal on that is fantastic. So, yeah, we're heading out to the moon, hopefully, and this will be great. I'm using one of the new engines from the Making History expansion pack. That obviously is very efficient in space, in vacuum, but terrible in an atmosphere. So it's a very good upper stage, or oh, there's a word for that. Nope, brain fails me. What is that? Interstage. I want to say that's wrong. I think wrong. Okay, so we are approaching the moon. Come on to that. There we go. That'll do. Encounter with the moon. Any old encounter with the moon will do. That is fine. So, what we need to do when we get out to here somewhere, we will need to adjust our orbit. Try and get somewhat closer to where we need to be. That's pretty good. Bring that in. There we go, look at that. That's pretty good. That is pretty good. Then all we've got to do is stop, which is, again, should be pretty easy. So, okay, 70 minutes away to our next burn, and hopefully I can get the ship stopped spinning by that time, and also hopefully we come back out of the shadow of Kerbin, which we will do, so power's not going to be a problem. Okay, I've had to fire the engine up. I'm late doing the burn here, but that's simply because I couldn't stop the ship spinning. without the engine firing. So yeah, once this gets into a big spin, it's real pain to bring out of it. But hopefully we'll be okay. Where is the moon? Focus down on the moon. Line this all up nicely. And that looks pretty good to me. A bit more. Yeah, that looks pretty good to me. Okay. All we now need to do is not click on other things. Oh, whoa. Not quite slow us down that far. Just like inclination change as well. And so it's like orbital, but we need to do that. 14 seconds, which we got plenty of delta V to do. But what about that other contract? Hold on a moment. No. Position a satellite, polar orbit curvent. No. We're doing that one. I'm doing this one. A suborbital trajectory at 28,000. Where are we? We are 2. So what if I was to go out to? Let's drop that one off. Hold on. What if I go out to here? And then was to do something like that. Doesn't tell us where. The reason I'm thinking of this is because I can put that into its suborbital orbit trajectory. Can do exactly what I want to do here. I can then launch it. It does have a little tiny bit of fuel in it, which is fine, not an issue. I can launch it and let it go, and it will crash into the moon and won't become space debris. And then we can use what's left of fuel in here, or the fuel in there, because we've got a little spark engine as well, to position the satellite where it needs to be. So that's what I'm kind of thinking. What if I do something like that? Right, okay, there we go. What's our... Oh, that's 5. That's too high. So we need to come down to... where? Between 28 and 29. Oh, my phone's going off. Sorry about that. So we need to be like there. That's where we need to do it. About there. Oh, set target. No, we don't want to set target. Add a maneuver. There we go. We want to set the moon as the target. Right. And then bring that down to be suborbital like that. And that's what we need to do. That's 280 meters a second. That's fine. Will be most of our fuel, but I'm not that fussed about that. So, let's go over and do this maneuver. Okay, we are approaching the required altitude. And I'm going to fire this engine until we're suborbital. So our periapsis will end up at 0. And then I'll cut that engine, and then I will launch this one. I'm going to detach this and fire the engines at the same time on it. So that way it will push us back up a little bit. At least that's the plan, I think. I hope. This is all a bit sort of touch and go, so I'm not really sure exactly what I'm doing here. Hopefully I'm getting it right. So let's break time a little bit more. Get down to under the 190. There we go. Fire the engine. Oh, on there. need to get myself suborbital, which means like that. Well, we are now going to crash into the moon, and I hope if I shut down that engine and turn my thrust back up full, that way this will fire. And this is all hoping and praying that things go correct. So let's do it. And it didn't. Oh, I didn't unlock it. I didn't unlock the fuel on it. Oh well. Oh well. That's not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. So let's get ourselves moving a bit more now. We'll get ourselves rotating. And what I need to do is here, I need to add a maneuver to try and get into this orbit we need to be in. Ooh, okay. And do apoapsis to apoapsis, periapsis to almost periapsis. That way there. Is that? Oh no, that's miles out. Look at that. That's. What's going on here? Come on. Come on. There you go. That looks pretty good. And then line it up. So, that looks good to me. About right. Hopefully they'll be happy with that. Cut the engine off and reactivate this. Only 4 seconds. We've got 38 seconds of fuel. This is awesome. And that's not even using this here. So, right. Let's try and get ourselves pointing the right direction, shall we? It's still pretty slow to turn. But I think it's okay. Alright, so there, we'll turn the SS on. Get that to do its job. All stop now, all stop. There we go. That'll do. Right, and let's forward time. To there. And oh, it's gone dark. Where is that other? There it is. It's miles away. Good. We're not going to crash into it. And fire the engine. Oh. Okay. What did you think of that? What did you think of that? Reach a designated equatorial orbit. You didn't like that. We are too far out. Okay. Let's use what? We've got plenty of electricity. That's okay. I'll start it spinning, and then I just want to get round to the sun. Because that big black ball there doesn't look very appealing when it comes to electrical charge. So, we need to fine-tune this maneuver. How are we going to do this? Well, I think we need to go around to about here somewhere. Oh, we're actually too high. We need to fire north, and we're pointing south, so go around again. Okay, bring our SES on to slow us down. And I just got to fine tune this. Basically, that's all I need to do. There we go. That's apparently 0 degrees. They're happy with that. So let's go around to our apoapsis and basically bring the periapsis down. I think that's all we need to do. But I probably pointed the correct direction first, didn't I? And the warp to Apparatus is actually spot on. That's interesting. The warp to Maneuver gives you 3-minute leeway. That one does not. So, interesting to remember. Let's engine air slightly. And there we go. We apparently have what we're after. Maintain stability for 10 seconds. And job complete. There we go. Okay. I think the other bit of debris goes down and smashes into the surface. Moon landed debris. Yeah. Yes, I think the other bit has gone down and smashed in there. So, that's it. We now have a communication relay around the moon, I suppose. I didn't notice there's no way to change these into actually being relays anymore. There's no sort of right-click menu to actually be a relay, but, well, I'm fine with that. It does have fuel on board, so if they ever want me to move it again, I can do that. Let's go around to the dark side of the planet. And, oh look, it's bouncing off another relay. Awesome. So, yeah, there we are. 2 missions complete. So, it's time to give a plane a go. It's been an awfully long time since I've flown a plane in this game, and I'm not very good at designing them. But, yeah. This is my little modified science rover. It's now got wings on it, and hopefully it will fly without anything going terribly wrong. I am taking off from the island runway because, again, why not? But we do need to kind of circumnavigate the globe. It's on the other side of the world, which I feel is going to be flying at night. Although I could turn towards the rising sun instead, I suppose. There's no reason why we couldn't fly during the day. It doesn't particularly matter. We've got Moho up in the... Let's just see whether this gets in the air. As I said, it's been a very long time since I've built a plane to actually fly. We have lift. That's a good thing, I think. But unfortunately, it just wants to nosedive down. Give me more authority there. I think that's what we want to do. Yeah, I think the sun is setting on us actually, so we want to fly kind of that way. Let me set one of these as my target. Not that particularly matters at all. But, yeah, I think not really set these up on trim or anything to do with it. If I had a second set of them, I could set some up on a sort of a trim to permanently keep the plane up in the air. You want to rise a little bit more. So yeah, I will carry on. We are getting some weird graphic glitches going on here, so if you can see that on camera, I can see that too. We're getting these weird pulls and everything seems really low quality. Not sure what's going on there. Guessing that Scatterer doing its wonderful thing. Although it looks, instead of flooding the world now, it's drying it out. So yeah. Anyway, I will we are pulling to the left because of that there. Something like that. These parts don't have any physics, that does. So, yeah. But yeah, I'm going to circumnavigate Kerbin. Go over to there. The long way around by the looks of it. And I'll be back if we get any developments. And here we are, back on the ground, back with the plane, and it's very confused, which confused me as well. Yeah, I was quite happily watching this fly over to our targets, and I had YouTube playing in the background there, and then my computer decided to freeze on me. So, yeah. When I came back to it, apparently this had never flown. I hadn't unlocked the wings or anything to do with it. I tried loading the plane, it just wouldn't work. So I decided to modify it slightly, took off the goo container, so hopefully it won't pull to one side now, and just have we need to get temperature scans, so that's what we'll do there. I hope we need to get temperature scans. Is that what we need? Temperature service, yes. Cool. So let's fire up the engines again, and off brakes, and get into the air to where we're going. We are there was an eclipse. Did have a wonderful shot of that, which yeah, I thought it was quite interesting. But nice to know the runways are actually kind of flat now, because they really weren't a while ago. Oh no, up. Increase that. Yeah. Boom. There we go. Oh wow, look at that effect. Is that the heat haze? Awesome. Okay. We need to turn that away. Do 225 degrees. Do it. And yeah, we need to fly there. I chose the desert runway this time rather than the other one. Yeah, a little bit of inside information, but when I launched from here, from the island runway, I flew the wrong way around the planet really. I should have gone the other way. It would have made more sense. But I got, well, I suppose I probably got to here somewhere before it went wrong to do with it. But I only had about I think about 6 minutes of fuel left, so I'm not even sure whether it would have made it. I think it would have made it, but then it would not have made it back. So yeah. But we will now go with this plane instead to our target. Yes, as I said last time, I think we will come back when I finally get to where I need to be. And we are finally here. So, one temperature scan. Two temperature scans. And 3 temperature scans. And that is our mission complete. Now what I've got to do is find somewhere to land, because I don't have enough fuel to get all the way back home again. And with a quick hop over back to dry land, albeit some very rough terrain, we should be able to set ourselves down and then Jenlan, who has been our pilot for this wonderful mission, can return home, and we will have yet another wonderful contract complete with the money in the bank. Oh. Well, that didn't exactly go according to plan, did it? But that's where we shall leave it. So, thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Hope to see you again in the next one. And until then, as always, have fun.